Welcome to Top 11 Stories of 2011 for year-end review of 2011 with Eric Bowling. So let's get to the Number 11 story of 2011 is the death of Steve Jobs. He died of cancer in October, and he was the founder of Apple Corporation. And I would like to show you a little video that shows what he did to the world and Apple. Basically, he invented the MacBooks, the iPhone, and all that jazz over the years that he was at Apple. He also found the font that we use today in our PC. So that is number 11 on our list of top stories. Number 10 on our list is the royal wedding that happened in England over back in April. Kate and Prince William married in London, England, in front of thousands of people, and 2 billion people were watching the royal wedding on that day. So I want to show you a little video of the wedding. So let's show you the video. Basically, that was from Fashion TV. Basically, it's a fashion channel on YouTube. Here's beautiful dress. Such a beautiful dress. Now we're so that is number 10 on our list of top 11 stories of 2011 is the world. Number 9 on our list is the BC Lions wins the Grey Cup. So the BC Lions won the Grey Cup at home. They started off with a bad season, and then the middle of the season they improved, and then they won almost every game except 2. So this is the highlights of the game. Basically,
unable to
on TSN.
lead his team to the championship. 8th play of a drive that started at the BC 28, 2nd and 5. Leading into the end zone. Bruce is up there, knocked down by Javon Johnson. What a battle there.
Basically, that was the game.
Doesn't miss those.
And that was a great win.
Honor starts with the Lions 50. Still stuck up.
Basically, that was the BC Lions winning the Grey Cup. So basically, that is number 9 on our list of top 11 news stories. Number 8 on our list is the death of the most wanted guy in the world, Osama Bin Laden. So basically, the U.S. military went into Pakistan and killed the most wanted guy that caused the 9/11 terrorist attack on September 11th, 2001. So basically, he was the mastermind the terrorist attack in 2001, and he was killed in May of this year. So basically, I want to show you a little clip that what happened from when CNN found out from when it happened. So basically, here's the video clip. So basically,
body of Osama Bin Laden, and Osama Bin Laden is dead almost 10 years after the 9/11 attack. And Wolf Blitzer, we covered the White House for a long time together. You know just what this means. You know what a figure Osama Bin Laden has become, a nefarious figure around the world, not just the United States. The President of the United States, Barack Obama, about to walk into the United States briefing room and say that the United States is now certain Osama Bin Laden has been killed.
so basically, that was the number 8 of the headlines in the world that happened in May of this year. That's the most wanted guy in the world was killed. So basically, that was good news for the people, the family who were that were killed in the terrorist attack of 9/11. So basically, that was the number 8 story of this year. Number 7 is the Occupy protest around the world, which began in September 22nd of this year, and was mass protests that went around the world against corporate greed, against companies that were greeding, so against making too much money. And there were also protests against policies. Let's view the video. Basically, a clip from MSNBC, which is showing a protest that was happening around the world, and there were also violent protests in New York City. Just watch. Basically, that is number 7 on our 2011 top 11 stories of this year. So let's see more after the break. Number 6 on our list is the economic crisis in Europe and U.S. debt crisis. So back in last year, Greece were having problems with their debt. So basically, they were going into default, or they were about to go into default. So Eurozone was bailing them out. So this year, there were more countries that needed bailout than the U.S. Debt crisis. They were about to go into more debt. If they didn't raise the debt ceiling, they were going to default. So they lost their credit rating with that. So basically, that's the economic problems that they were having this year. And there are still problems. Like the stock market was falling to record low this year in 2011. So the stock market was low, and then they bounced back in November after good sales on Good Friday. But there's still problems in Europe, debt crisis and that jazz. So some people are predicting that the Eurozone will go into default within the next 6 months, and all of the countries in the Eurozone will go back into separate currency, which is not good for the world's economy. I think it would go into a recession again. That is number 6 on the list for 2011. So number 5 on the list is the famine in Africa. It was on the eastern horn of Africa. There was a famine that hit and killed thousands of people, and it's still going on today. The crisis began when a drought had dried up the water there and killed the crops, and people are starving in Somalia. Basically, people are leaving the country and stuff. This report is from CBC News and talks a little bit about the famine.
The United Nations is about to officially declare a famine in the Horn of Africa. Parts of Somalia, Ethiopia, South Sudan, and Kenya are withering under the worst drought in 6 decades. Acute malnutrition is rampant, and more than 10 million people are in need of emergency aid. 500,000 children are facing death. And to relief agencies and the African community here, the famine is already a human disaster.
So basically, that's CBC News talking about the famine in Africa, the Eastern Horn. So basically, that is our number 5 story of 2011. So that is one of the top international news for that region. Number 4 on our list of top 11 news stories is the London riots, which happened in March of this year. As you saw on our report on WNN, there were big riots that hit the city of London and England, like Birmingham and stuff. It all started in the city of London after police shot and killed a pedestrian, and so basically he was shot and killed, and people were pretty upset about it, and the people began to riot, set cars on fire, and so that made headlines around the world. Also, young people were using a BlackBerry messenger, so BlackBerry messenger. So basically, people were using that to spread the word of the riots that were happening in England. So I want to show you some photos of the England from YouTube. So let's show you the photos. Basically, that's the riots in England, the photos. So this guy is number 4 on our list. Now we are entering the top 3 stories of 2011. Number 3 is Civil War in Libya, which was caused by 2 months uprising and protests against Gaddafi, and which led to civil war. And all the killing that Gaddafi and his forces did against the people led them to make him his enemy, and to get him away from power and get him down from power, dictator, get him away from power. And also, after the 9 months of civil war, Gaddafi was killed a couple of months ago after being shot in the head, apparently. So basically, I'm going to be showing you a video now from CNN of
It's time to change Ahmed's bandages. This 25-year-old rebel fighter was wounded in a mortar attack outside Misrata. The prognosis, not good.
On arrival, the patient was suffering from the severe head injury due to explosive injury. Shrapnel inside his brain, severe brain edema. So immediately, anything was done for him, but as the tension.
So basically, that was a civil war in Libya that was caused by Gaddafi and his forces killing people. And the war is over today, as we speak. The war ended a couple months ago, so that's a good thing. So that is number 3. Number 2 is the uprising in the Middle East that happened earlier this year. It was caused last December by a man killing himself because the government would not let him have a shop on the street. So basically, that what started the whole Egypt revolution that people wanted their powers, people in power, to step down and have a new people to control the country. But they were getting sick of the country. So basically, new people were being brought in after the uprising. And Egypt was the worst uprising on during the revolution as many people protest. So here's a view of the #2 story of the year.
If these scenes are any indication, anger is at boiling point in Egypt, a populace known for its apathy, making history on Tuesday. Thousands marching against poverty and a government they hold responsible. The message loud and clear.
Enough is enough.
Just listen to the chants roaring in downtown Cairo, the hundreds of people walking to the street.
So basically, that was the #2 story of the year, the Egypt uprising during that was one of the uprisings during this year, the last year. And in Syria, over thousands of people are getting killed because of the government's crackdown. Basically, that's the #2 story. Drum rolls to the #1 story of the year, and you voted on our website. The #1 story is the earthquake in Japan. The 9.0 earthquake happened on March 13th of 2011. Basically, there was a big earthquake that killed over 16,000 people in Japan, and a lot of those deaths was caused by the waves and the Japanese nuclear problems. But the third disaster after the earthquake, when radiation came out of the Japan nuclear plant and was spreading across the Asia area. And basically, people were worried about the safety after the Japan, and people were concerned about a nuclear meltdown that would cause widespread damages in Japan. As you know, in history, Japan was hit by 2 bombs by the U.S. Air Force. Basically, they were hit, and now they got hit by a 9.0 earthquake this year that killed over 16,000 people. Let me show you a video of the earthquake from Japan. This is from on the internet.
Na província de Kumamoto, norte da
Showing you the waves from the Japan earthquake. After the Japan earthquake, here's the video.
costa do sul da ilha de Awadi.
Basically, that's the waves coming in from the ocean. Basically, those were big waves that were coming in after the earthquake 9.0. Basically, that might kill most of the people and destroy most of the property after the Japan earthquake. Basically, this is what Japan's most powerful earthquake on record in that area. Basically, people were being evacuated from the area. And also, there is some debris coming from the Japan earthquake that is just making an appearance on the west coast of Canada and USA. And so be warned that over the next couple of years, there's going to be debris coming from the Japan earthquake. So basically, that is this year in review, 2011 in review. I hope you have a happy new year and a happy whatever year 2012 brings to you. I hope you have a great 2012 and view a website from WTYWNN at news.wtyww7.ca. We will bring you the latest news from the World News Network and all that jazz. So have a happy new year from WTYW.